Okay, maybe your eyes are a little bit extra sleepy this morning. Mine are, that's for sure. You probably walked around your whole house, or you will soon, to change all the clocks. But there are some things that are also very important for you to change every 6 months as well. And with that, we're joined by Old Saybrook Fire Marshal Don Dobson. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sam.
Thank you for waking up, and thank you for moving your clock ahead an hour so you came at the exact right time that you had to today.
Thanks for having me.
You're here to talk to us about the other thing that is actually just as important, if not more important, than changing those clocks ahead.
Very important. A number of years ago, they started a campaign with moving your clocks ahead and back different times of the year. Also taking the time to change the smoke detectors, your batteries in your smoke detectors twice a year.
Why is that so important to do?
Just to make sure that they're fresh every year. The average smoke detector life is about 10 years. And generally speaking, to have that working is probably one of the most important fire safety things you can have in your home.
So, I mean, it's a couple dollars, and I think sometimes people maybe forget, you know, okay, the battery, it'll last a year or so. You know, what are some of the negative things that can happen if a person isn't cognizant of being able to do this every 6 months?
Really have to find somebody if you can't do it, or make sure that you can get somebody who can do it for you. Most smoke detectors will actually let you know. They'll start to chirp in the house, and they drive people nuts. They'll take the battery out, they'll forget to put it in. This way you mark it on your calendar just like you do everything else. Try to change that battery. It's very important. And the average smoke detector will detect smoke 9 to 12 seconds within that time frame, and also it can get you out of your house at a reasonable amount of time and keep you safe. The state of Connecticut averages between 30 and 35 fatalities in a given year. We've just had a couple in the last couple of years, and something as simple as a smoke detector can get you out pretty quickly and keep you safe.
Is it important for a person to have a CO detector in their house as well?
Very much.
Now this is kind of the time where people are starting to realize it's increasingly more important to have it.
Very much so, especially with having energy concerns over the last few years, people tightening their house up and such, and they're using a lot of alternative means of heating. It's really important to have carbon monoxide detectors in there, have them operating in the house, and treat them very similar to smoke detectors.
What's important as far as, you know, checking them? Should you just check them every 6 months when you change the battery, or should people be checking them more frequently than that?
For smoke detectors, I would check them every month. I mean, it really is important to make sure that they're working overall. And it really, other than them chirping when they tell you that the batteries are going dead, it's really important to make sure that they're working every month.
And for a person who maybe doesn't oftentimes check them or see them, or maybe they've been installed by an electrician, anybody at home can actually check them. What are they supposed to do to actually do that?
There's a test button, generally speaking, in the middle of the smoke detector, and there's a light off to one side. It'll tell you that it has power. Just press that button, it'll go through its series, depending on the type of detector you have. Generally make the sound it would make when it goes off.
Now, if a person presses it, it makes no sound. What's the advice? What should they be doing?
Take it off the ceiling or wherever it's located, and on the back side there should be a door where the battery would go. You can check the battery. Sometimes the batteries are inverted. If they're installed with the battery with the tab still in it, you can take that out, make sure it works. Try it while you have it in your hand. And
these are things that people can do on their own. I mean, it's not particularly difficult. You just need a screwdriver to install them in your house.
Right.
And they're not really that expensive either.
The AC/DC, generally speaking, when I have an electrician install, they're really very simple to install. Many times they're interconnected between bedrooms and or other parts of the house, which basically tells you can get you out in a hurry.
Yeah, well, it's very important. It's only a couple of dollars, and it really can make a difference.
Yes.
Don Dobson, thank you so much. Thanks for
Sam.
coming in here. So make sure you do that, okay? More information we've got on our website. That's WTNH.com. Pull down to the On Air tab. Good Morning Connecticut weekend section.